Finder and its ilk turned into were just an asocial, I don't really care or think about these as other players. I just push this button and the bar goes up 5 times as fast, which feels good.
So basically, he just insulted me as an asocial player. No, it's the other way around, my friend. You and your world quests are the asocial stuff because you make quests that you have to do alone because looking for let's imagine this add-on is actually removed. So instead of typing in just the number and automatically creating a group, you actually, let's say, what was the quest's name? Let's take this one here. What goes up? So instead of being able to click on it or something and then let's like right click or something and say please show me here this name or something, no, I have to actually remember the quest name if I want to play with others. Then I have to what goes up, type it in here. Oh, there is no group because no one uses this. No one does this. So you are turning an MMO into an asocial game, not the add-on.
The problem is, what does that experience turn into, both in terms of how we reward it and how it's actually paced? So when we're giving rewards like items and artifact power, we are comparing the rate of acquisition of those items in terms of our broader systems and rewards tuning to how long does it take to run a dungeon? How long does it take to queue for skirmishes and do those, or to do a random BG or a rated BG, or to queue for LFR? Because we want these rewards to feel roughly commensurate with each other, accounting for things like difficulty level and overall time investment, so that the person who just likes doing outdoor content, they think, even random raids or dungeons are a bit too stressful for them. They'd rather just kind of do things at their own pace. They don't want to have to worry about getting up and AFKing to take care of something on short notice. They should be able to play that way and feel rewarded for it. Whereas someone who wants to just grind dungeons because they love tanking mobs and that's the type of gameplay they enjoy, they should be able to do that.
And that's, sorry that I'm interrupting him right now so often, but this is exactly your issue right now. You are forcing players that like dungeons to do the world quest stuff, so the outdoor stuff that you just said is for the guys that want to have a slower pace and stuff like this, which is not the issue. I'm not like trying to like insult or make them like belittle them or something, that there are people out there just that don't like dungeons, that don't like raids, and they just like the questing and I don't know, doing world quests or something. That's totally fine. But the problem is that you are forcing players that are not interested in this, sorry, my opinion, garbage content to do the garbage content because it is necessary. Increasing the item level of the quote-unquote most important item slot in Battle for Azeroth right now, which is the necklace, it's just stupid. It makes no sense. You are forcing players that want to do dungeons because what can we do right now as Mythic players? We can do world quests. I already mentioned it's boring. I can do Mythic dungeons. I have done them already, not all of them. This week I only have 5, but it's Friday only, so I'm already, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm already done half with the content that you are actually allowing me to do. Because you want to gate Mythic plus dungeons for whatever reason, behind time gating. I really don't understand why they are time gating, but this is a topic for a different video. So the only stuff that I can do right now is complaining in this YouTube video, doing 10 mythics that the guy like me most likely has finished before Sunday hits. You can see Garrick's mythic group. This is this is the group that I'm going with on tomorrow. So before Sunday I have nothing to do. I can't do dungeons because heroics don't give me items anymore, you see. Yeah. Everything is basically purple except for this one, but this one is quite good for the mage. And the only things here, this is 330, this is the honor bound reputation one, and the only garbage item that I have right now is this one. Everything else, 340, 340, 340, 340, 325, 340, 345, 3, yeah, okay, this one is a little bit lower, but even if I do heroics, I won't get something better, except for it War Forges or Titan Forges. Which this one most likely is. I think this is out of heroic and it just Warforged. Anyway, Titanforge, Mythic. There is nothing for me to do. Yet you force me with your reputation gating stuff to do content that I am not interested in. But I have to do it. And that's asocial.
In a world where a world quest can either take 2 to 3 minutes to complete or 15 to 20 seconds if you're using this add-on, that's almost an impossible balance to strike.
Right.
It also raises the question for us of what that holistic experience looks like. If I'm going out and doing a bunch of world quests and I'm using an add-on to facilitate completing them super fast, world questing is basically just running around the world.
That's your choice as a player. Players that don't know about the add-ons, don't know that there is a better way, and they are not being bothered because they just don't know that there is an add-on to make this easier. That there's an easier way to accomplish the world quest and stuff. But the ones that have chosen to do so, to actually get rid of your, once again, I'm sorry, garbage content in the fastest and easiest way possible, you are denying, you're not denying, you're just annoying them by not having this add-on work as it was intended to work. They have worked around something already, and they, I guess, always will until you say as Blizzard, okay, this add-on is banned, no one may use it anymore. And yeah, then you will have people like me and I don't know, everyone that is like heroic and plus raider will be at your necks because we don't like world quests. This is boring content.
Like, if I go out and do emissaries and I'm doing 10 world quests with Group Finder add-ons, your experience is probably 90% travel time, 10% actually quest time.
That's my choice.
And that's kind of tedious, and that in a weird way, it's this self-reinforcing loop where people would often ask, like, well, this isn't any fun. I just want to use this add-on to automate the process. But, well, part of why it's not fun, of course, it's not a particularly fun activity to just run from point A to point B, push a button, wait for a bar to fill up or a quest to complete. Maybe you're, clicking on a thing or two or killing a mob or two as you're doing.
But hitting on a mob like 3 times because they fall over so easily is particularly fun. Even elite monsters are just life sponges, as I've already mentioned in previously in the video. I just don't get his argument at all. As I said, this is my personal choice that I am reducing the fun that I'm having with all the world quests, not yours. You are just offering me garbage content that I need to do, but I don't want to do. And you specifically said that you are basically targeting two different audiences, which is fine. One audience with the world quest and one audience with the dungeons, but then let me do the dungeons without needing to do the reputation grind, which is achieved by doing world quests, please.
Doing it and then repeating versus a more balanced experience where you're using your whistle, you're taking a flight path to an area near a couple of world quests, there's 2 near each other, you're going to spend some time actually doing game mechanics, fighting enemies, playing your class, doing your rotation, and then moving on. That's more what the experience as a whole was tuned around. And so in a world where a portion of the players were playing one game and another portion were playing another based on an add-on, there were large problems in terms of how we would tune and reward this experience. And for the question of, well, why didn't we just roll this into our base UI and give everybody a button to auto-form these groups without needing add-ons, I think the second point that I raised is why. We feel like if we did that, the pacing of a World Quest experience shouldn't be 90% travel time.
Right.
There's a version here where we add an auto-accept function and add auto-grouping to every World Quest, but then that kill 8 objective probably turns into a kill 30 objective just to keep that experience reasonable in comparison to how rewarding and how much.
Here's a suggestion how you can make world quests a little bit more interesting and less 90% travel time and 10% actually doing something. Do them in stages or have them like be a chain quest. So instead of having, let me show you. I'm going to give you the example on Cool Tiras because yeah, there we go. I already saw it earlier, and I thought that would be a really good, interesting thing. So for the guys who don't know, the Alliance, this is where you end up as a horde. You have to run up there and then go to the flight path. So instead of doing it what we currently do, fly over here, do the shell game over there, then run back to the stuff. Then even though it's not it's not like running time, but it's traveling time. So basically it's traveling from there to there, doing a world quest, going back, traveling again, going over there, traveling back to the flight point, traveling again over here, traveling again over to the point, do the stuff. And because I don't have many because I've done all the world quests recently earlier today, I only have 3 world quests in there. Obviously it's should be littered like this instead. And yeah, it's just, why not have instead all those 3 quests, and I don't know, let's say it's a total of 6 or something. Why not go, let's fly here, so then we have the flight, the traveling time from here to there, and then have a little story going on here. I don't know, the horde pushing into, I don't know, where's an Alliance area? The Fort Dalen, for example. I think that this is an Alliance outpost or something. Let's say, okay, so we have a traveling time flying from here to there, running up there, or immediately running. I don't know which one is fastest. Or you go here and then run or something. But then have a Fort Dalen quest. So I don't know, the first thing that you need to do is kill 10 guards, 3 mages, and free a prisoner. So the prisoner then tells you, hey, here, they are stockpiling on, I don't know, grenades, foods, whatever resources. Burn the shit out of this. Okay, second world quest, but as I said, you have to finish the first one first. Second world quest, burn all the shit that the Alliance has in there. Third world quest, oh shit, the Alliance has gotten reinforcement. Get to the entrance and hold them off so that yeah, you are not getting overwhelmed in there. And then fourth quest is like, there's a commander in this castle, let's kill this guy, but you need to have like 20 people to do so. So instead of having 90% travel time, which it is with or without the add-on, you actually have gameplay on our end. And this is something that I haven't like thought about before I started this video. This is something that I came up with on the fly. So I guess if you think about it, like 5 minutes more with your game director team and the people that are responsible, sorry, for this bullshit that is the world quests right now, spread across, and that you, as I said, with or without the add-on, that 90% is travel time, come up with solutions like the one that I just gave you. And I'm quite sure that people I would definitely like the world quests way more if they are concentrated in one area. Plus, it makes way more sense lore-wise as well. playing like a shell game over here with like some weird turtle guy makes no sense. Killing Crush Takian, whatever, like for the 20th time or something, that has nothing to do with the fight between the Alliance or the Horde right now, and you just kill him to kill him, and there is no storyline or something behind it. Just makes no sense. Give us something that you can actually do in a row, and the one that is telling you that world quests are garbage, I would enjoy those kind of world quests. And as I said, you can come up with 1 million different quest lines. Right now, as I said, what's the amount of world quests that you get per area? Let's take Nazmir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it looks like it's always 10. Now it's a little bit less over here. But let's say if it's on average 8 quests that you have to do in a specific area, and I'm quite sure you are capable of doing quests. So why are you not able to do chain world quests that actually make sense and reduce the annoyance, which is the travel time in the first place? Yeah. Just remove it. Just make it interesting. But yeah, they don't listen to me anyway.
Time it takes to do dungeons and so forth. That said, we do have default functionality for elites, for all group quests, where you can just click the eye and it'll form or find a group for you. Those groups have auto-accept functionality, and that's a super seamless process.
Okay. So I guess kind of the core of it here is we stepped back, we took a step back, looked at it, and said, okay, so we've kind of got 2 directions we can go here. We can either because we want to make sure everybody's having the same general play experience. We can either break the add-ons, get rid of the auto accept, and make everybody do world quests in the same general manner.
You didn't.
Or B, sort of embrace the notion that world quests take 10 seconds to finish. But in order to do that, we would then have to make it so that the reward was like 10 silver for world quests. So rather than making world quest rewards suck, we're just making it so that you have to actually do something for your piece of gear.
Make them interesting.
World quests are drastically over rewarding compared to other activities,
right,
and you shouldn't actually, you're doing it wrong if you do dungeons.
Okay.
For example.
So then I guess the answer to the core of the question, was it a worthwhile enough change given the expenses,
we think it was, change. And also things like broader auto-accept functionality, for what it's worth, I think that also enabled a lot of other sort of economically harmful behaviors like realm hopping trivially for gathering, which was also obnoxious when people would piggyback onto others.
But we still can do this.
Not actually join the group, but just
I'm so sorry. I'm so annoyed by this guy right now.
We added auto-accept originally. It was not part of the initial iteration of the group finder, and it was there for those cases where you don't really care about someone's item level or class or role. You just want warm bodies, like to help kill a world boss. And so what we've done is limit its functionality to those situations. So when you are forming a world boss group, it'll auto-accept and rapidly fill, but really no one's forming a heroic dungeon group, let alone a mythic dungeon group, with just auto-accept turned on and no care in the world for who applies.
Right, yeah. I'll take 5 rogues and a death knight
exactly
through my mythic dungeon. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Next question comes from Jatul, who asked, are there any plans to fix the auction house and guild bank features, for select high pop realms? Currently, these 2 interfaces are extremely laggy and make both of these features with and without add-ons pretty much unusable. So this is something that like you and I and a couple other people here have been talking about a lot over the last week or so, because it is a
before they're going to make the point that he is going to make, by the way, so the point is going to be that they are actually working on it. I want to show you something. Let me actually find the, because I have already prepared this. 1 second.